Hello everyone, this is Starman, and welcome to Let's Play Blade Runner. Now, you'll remember from last time, we decided to cut because we're getting ready to what may be one of the more difficult, or at least most frustrating, portions of the game. And it's a little bit more frustrating for me because my Windows 7 system has changed what's about to happen. And spoiler alert, we're about to have an action sequence. Which is why I've stopped here, because I may potentially be loading and reloading this a few times. So in order to alleviate that, I've stopped here, so we will be ready and prepared for it. So, you remember the last time Dr. Chu told us about Dr. Miraji across the street at the Dermo Designs building, and how they ate all the time, but he went over there and Dr. Miraji was not answering the door. Of course, I didn't think anything too weird about that, because Dr. Chu is kind of stuck in his own little world with his eyes. Oh, the irony that the man who makes eyes has no vision. So let's go in and see what we can find out.
What's going on? Who did this?
Help me, sir. Please, help me. It is going to blow.
Okay, gonna have to shoot the lock off of him.
Run! Run!
Well, I'll be darned. I actually got this on the first try.
Hold on. An ambulance will be coming.
You must warn the twins. Up there. Up the stairs.
The twins? Did they do this?
No. Tall man with dreadlocks. The bomber. And another with beard. Piercing eyes.
What did they want?
The DNA information. Oh, God, forgive me. I told them about the twins.
Don't shoot. McCoy, Rep Detect, BR 61661.
What do you know about this?
Got a dead man here. Victim of an explosion. His name was Miraji. He was able to give me a description of the two perps just before he bought the farm.
Yeah? They skin jobs? Or you just in the right place at the wrong time?
I'm practically waxing their tails, officer. I'm that close. But I don't have a lot of time. You mind,
Mopping up here? Just do me a favor and kick some rep ass, okay? It's high time someone got them illegals off the street.
Appreciate it.
This is 32 Sector 3 reporting a homicide, possible act of terrorism.
Possible nothing.
You got a sheet or something we could cover him with?
Nah, nothing. Cold Cup boys have been dragging ass.
Don't miss anything.
There ain't nothing left, Detective.
Well, it's funny, after all the prep work that I put into making sure we'd be ready to handle this if I got caught in the explosion, or Miraji ran in front of me and prevented me from getting a safe distance, or Miraji ran off to the right side of the screen where I couldn't click on his body after he died. We actually got it in the first try. Because what can happen here is that Miraji will run off on the right side of the screen and you will not get his dying words, or Ray will get caught in the explosion and get killed, or Miraji will run in front of Ray and wind up preventing you from getting a safe distance away. But I got it in one by sheer dumb luck, or the fact that the universe, knowing I was prepared for everything, decided to make sure I didn't need to be. Karma. Go figure. But, should be able to go in there.
It was something you didn't see too often. A precise, shaped explosion fashioned for minimum collateral damage. The son of a bitch was a pro. Someone with real munitions expertise. And that expertise could only come with extensive, on-the-job, off-world training.
So, just confirming once again that one of our replicants is an expert explosives person. Well, let's head up here, check on the twins, as Miraji said. And it looks like the twins aren't actually in. creepy. Hello?
I recognized the logo on the envelope. It was definitely Runsiter's animal sales, but I didn't expect to find hundreds of chinion inside. I didn't know what it was for, but I'd bet the farm it wasn't on Runsiter's books.
Another little bit of the subplot with Runsiter buying robot animals and passing them off as the real thing.
The vid phone was one of those old Zenith jobs, the last electronic tech that was still produced on this continent, in Mexico to be exact. No wonder the sucker was on the blink.
Hello, Luther. Hello, Lance. You have no new messages and one saved voice-only message. Would you like to hear the saved message again?
Absolutely.
Hello, it's J.F. Sebastian. I hope you guys are all right. I tried to talk to Dr. Terrell about your reinstatement, reemployment, but I haven't been able to get through to him yet. He's kind of angry, and you know what a cool customer he is. I don't know what happened between you guys, but I'm still trying. If you want to get together, I'm still at the Bradbury. I'll be here all night.
Message saved automatically. To delete, please state your deletion security number.
Not right now. Thanks.
The pleasure's all ours at Sino Bell.
Well, that was a hint of another one of the cameo appearances, and an easy one to overlook. That was actor William Sanderson, who plays J.F. Sebastian, one of the characters in the movie, and another one of Tyrell's scientists, one of the ones who is closest to him, in fact. You'll probably remember him as the poor, lonely guy who gets seduced by Daryl Hannah's character, Pris. Unfortunately, sorry, Jeff.
Not good time now. Come back later. 呢個細蚊仔喺邊度啊？你喺呢度啦，咪快啲嚟呢度啦。
That guy in the red jacket walked past again.
呢個 Iris 呢真係大啦。
Anyway, yeah, sorry, Jeff. I'm afraid that Pris won't be showing up in this game. Alas. Jeff, my editor, when I mentioned doing this game, said, do you get to meet Pris? Do you get to do stuff with her? And unfortunately, no, you don't.
Listen to me.
Busy. You not delivery man. You go away. Distraction all day long. Never stop. Loud noises on the street. Beep, bong, bong. Always make me drop eyes.
That'd be Dermo design burning to the ground.
Oh. What of Marathi?
He didn't make it.
You leave now, okay? Very busy. Must work.
Okay, I'm going to be a jerk and pester him about one more thing. Specifically, well, I got a couple things I can pester him about. Let's check about the twins, because Maraji was worried about them. Actually, yeah.
You mentioned twins.
Yes. Luther and Lance, Siamese twins, live above Maraji.
They're genetic designers?
Were. Till last month. Got the boot, shit can.
From who?
Big boss, who else? Hey, you go ask them. I waste no more time. You think I nose around everybody's business, huh?
Maraji's some kind of DNA designer?
Yeah, subcontractor like me. He funny though, like old movies. Maraji master chef. Twins go crazy when he cooks.
Well, he's calmed down a bit from the sudden announcement that the friend he eats dinner with every night is dead.
Marcus Eisendaler is dead. You might consider knocking off work early.
What next is 6-1 with me, huh? I just do eyes. Busy. Must make deadline.
You gotta admire his work ethic, though.
What's Sebastian been up to lately?
Sebastian? He do what always do, nervous system. Very important to Dr. Terrell.
Where do I find him?
He had old building down alley. Bradbury Hotel, I think. You walk down alley, you find it.
What about this Lance? What kind of guy is he?
Why, he like Luther, only different. Don't know which.
That's so?
One long hair, talk a lot, always make deal. Other more quiet, work much harder.
What kind of deals?
Sell this, sell that, no matter what weather. Like salesman. Very hard to take, no trust, no way.
Did Lance sell something to Runciter?
Who? Never heard of Runciter. No time for charades. Sound like this, sound like that, look like this. All
Alright, I think that's all we're going to get out of him, so let's move on. Because after getting through all that, we can now go down this alleyway. And there's the Bradbury building. And we can actually take the elevator here, but the stairs are faster.
It was some kind of freakish toy. Half mechanical, half organic. Rep technology for sure, but no one was going to give me any retirement bonus for it.
I wonder... Nope, won't even let me take pot shots at it. And we can wander around this a little bit. Not too much, though, but yeah. Mr. Sebastian does love his toys. And we've just got a quick little shot of Sadiq, our Rastafarian, running around the corner there. I did not want that. Punch out the glass to give ourselves a ladder up, and if this is looking familiar, yeah, this is where the final fight in Blade Runner takes place by sheer coincidence, but we're there a little bit before that happens. And our fight is not going to be quite so final, but this is going to be the end of Chapter 2.
That'll do, Sadiq. Enough!
Oh, you think he found us, man?
One of the design subcons must have talked. Unstable personalities, to say the least.
Told you we should have blown up the old block.
It would have created problems down the line.
We got problem now, man.
This one, he's not a problem. He's an opportunity. You're weak, my friend. I expected so much more from you.
I'm thinking our brother not hearing too good.
Oh, he hears us. Isn't that right, McCoy?
You ready to give up fruitless nightmare, man? Come back to family?
He doesn't have a choice. He never did.
Let me kill him, man.
No.
We got no time to be patient. Your woman, she be getting sick.
I promise you, she'll not die here on Earth.
I promise somebody will.
Believe me, he's the least of our problems.
You're talking crazy. The hunter be dangerous.
A fool sees not the same tree a wise man sees.
I'm no fool, man.
You must have a little faith, my friend. Without contraries, there's no progression.
How can you trust any of their kind?
We have been manipulated by them, correct? Now they're going to see exactly what lies on the other side of the horizon.
Catch me if you can.
How long have I been here, Lucy?
How do you know my name?
I saw your things at Runciter's. Did you feel bad when they killed those animals?
They were so pretty and sweet. I hoped Father wouldn't do it. But Mr. Runciter deserved retribution. That's what Father said.
Why?
'Cause he treated me bad. Like I belonged to him.
I'm sorry.
Are you really the hunter? Like Father says?
It's my job.
Why? What do you have against us?
Nothing. It's just the law.
Would you hurt me?
I promise you I won't.
Father will be back soon.
Well, I'm not gonna wait around for him to come back. Of course, my options are somewhat limited. But it looks like there's a radiator back here. Haha! Let's see what else we've got here that might be a clue as where I might find the rest of
It
them.
felt and smelled like real cheese. Dairy products were choice contraband, scarce and mucho expensive. Selling them was a Class A felony.
Now that didn't really make that much sense to me because granted, with there being less animals around, I can see why eating meat might be outlawed in the future, but, you know, using animals like to produce dairy products, I think that would actually be a prime use for them because it would keep the animals alive and allow, another source of nutrition given what bits of the environment are slowly dying off.
Hysteria Hall was an arcade down near Nightclub Row. Strange.
Okay, a picture, an arcade token, and some cheese. Suddenly I'm hungry for cheese.
You let them in my room?
They had a warrant, mister. What was I supposed to do?
They
Uh-oh.
took my pictures.
Put the hotel manager down nice and slow.
Who the hell are you?
McCoy, LPD.
LPD, huh? Maybe you guys can return something to me.
How do you know we got it?
One of your own. Invaded my property. Bad haircut. Stupid coat. The other guy.
What other guy?
Don't play dumb.
What about him?
Nothing. I just thought you were gonna arrest me, that's all.
I don't care about your little run-in with the manager, okay? I'm looking for a couple of replicants.
Can't help you there, friend.
Maybe the clerk can tell me who was renting that room back there. Why were you hassling him?
You let these creeps in my room. I'm a very private person.
What do they got against you?
Nothing, friend. I ain't done nothing.
We're all innocents, aren't we?
Damn straight. And I don't like people asking questions either.
Just help me out here a little more. You seen a big Rasta guy around here? Or a guy with a beard and dark eyes?
A Rasta? What's that?
He's got dreadlocks. Talks with an accent.
Oh. No, I ain't seen no one like that. Look, my mother's waiting for me. You stick around. Maybe the manager will come back.
And that would be the fifth and final one of our cameos of an actor from the original Blade Runner. That was Brian James, who played the replicant Leon. Unfortunately, we don't get a chance to chase him down and try and get a bonus because we've caught him in between scenes of the movie. The Blade Runner who tore apart his hotel room that he was referring to was obviously Deckard. And we can actually follow in his footsteps to check out that hotel room, should we want to.
I didn't know who was working this side of the pool, but whoever it was, they'd been pretty thorough going through the joint. I doubted if there was anything I could find that hadn't already been snagged and bagged.
But that's not going to stop us from looking anyway. I believe that would be Deckard's badge, actually.
Nothing. 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 Nothing.
Well... Well, nothing as such. And of course we can go back to the room we just left. Trinket. And we can ring the bell on the desk. Can't do anything about the assistant manager who is on the floor, unfortunately. Crash black ground car. That looks suspect.
The car looked a lot like the one I'd been tracking. The driver had been smart enough to pull the license plate, but the vehicle identification number was still there. If I ran it through the mainframe back at the station, I could ID the owner.
And see if it matches that license plate we found earlier.
The wrapper was from a vendor I knew. Best lichen dogs in the 4th sector. That wasn't saying a whole lot, but with an arcade next door and a dozen nightclubs down the street, Mia and Murray's stand saw more action in a night than my spinster aunt saw all last century.
So, yeah, another little clue to check around that area. And here we are, back where we parked. But first things first, we're going to go ahead and back to the Bradbury real quick, because even though we don't need to talk to JF Sebastian, we're going to go ahead and do it just because I want to see every single cameo they managed to stick into this.
Yes,
I'm looking for JF Sebastian.
that's me.
McCoy, LPD. You had a break-in?
I don't think I called anyone.
I was already here. I was chasing one of the perpetrators.
Well, everything's all right now. I'm pretty sure I can handle it.
You may think you can, but believe me, you can't. Better if I check it out.
Well, if you insist. I don't think they took anything. I don't really have anything here of any value.
You work for Tyrell Corporation?
Yes, sir. I'm one of the principal design engineers for Dr. Terrell. He's a very nice man. You know, he even fronted me the money to buy this building. It's a landmark, you know. You really should see the front edifice. They put some amazing detail into it.
You feeling all right?
Oh, sure. I'm fine.
You wouldn't be hiding anybody, would you?
No, sir. There's nobody here but me and my friends.
What friends?
Good evening, Gia.
Evening, General. See? I make friends.
He almost looks real.
He's plenty real enough for me. And real good company, too.
Look, I gotta check the premises again. Maybe they left something behind.
Well, if you want to take a look, go on ahead. I can't stop you. But please be careful in my lab.
You got it.
And another one of those weird jester bots. And yeah, it's a matter of record in the game that Dr. Terrell loves playing chess with his assistants. I can't really look at the board.
I couldn't tell who was winning, and I didn't much care. Chess was a little slow for me.
Yeah. In case you're wondering why it seems like JF is nervous about a policeman being here and was kind of rambling a bit, got something to hide, well, that's because he is, in fact, hiding a replicant, Pris, around here. But we're not going to find her, and I have no reason to run around his lab trying to hack his computer. So we'll go ahead and ask him a few things, but let's see what we can get, because once we start mentioning certain subjects, he'll kick us out.
You know the design subcons down in the row, Miraji and Chu?
I've heard of them, but I've never seen them. I don't go in for the parties and stuff, and I never go down to the row.
Well, weird, they seem to know you well enough.
Talk to me about the twins.
You mean Luther and Lance? They were Dr. Terrell's favorites until he let them go. Nobody really knows why, either.
You think they hold a grudge against Tyrell?
Maybe,
but they're decent fellows, Mr. McCoy. I don't think they'd ever do a mean thing to anybody. They're real smart, too. Almost as smart as Dr. Terrell.
Maybe they're too smart to keep around. Too much competition for the old man.
Oh, they could never take Dr. Terrell's place.
How about this? Do you think they're the type who might help out renegade replicants?
You're a Blade Runner, aren't you?
Uh-oh.
Bingo.
But you said you were here about the burglary.
The guys who broke in might be replicants.
What in the world would a replicant want from me?
You worked on the Nexus 6 series, didn't you?
Just a little bit.
Would you say that the 6s are smarter than the old 4s and 5s?
They're supposed to be. Stronger and more agile, too.
So maybe they want to learn more about themselves. Maybe they want to pick your brain about their brains.
I think you should leave now, Mr. McCoy.
And I don't think we're going to get any more from him after that.
Got the straight scoop for me, or what?
I think you should leave now, Mr. McCoy.
Well, it's not like you're learning anything particularly useful here anyway. So we'll just get back to our car, head to the police station, and analyze the evidence that we've got. Because we've got a fair bit of it to go through now. So yeah, like I said, they did put a lot of effort into the actor cameos in this, but not all of them were completely necessary, and most of them can be skipped by accident. Really, the only one that's absolutely necessary is talking to Dr. Chu. And let's go down to lab. And let's look at our pictures first. Got a brand new one, that one we picked up at the apartment.
Moon bus.
So here's our moon bus. If nothing else, we've got proof that these guys were responsible for the moon bus massacre.
That guy sure gets around. Give me a hard copy of that.
So there's one. There's two.
Give me a hard copy of that.
That looks odd.
That's damn strange. Give me a hard copy of that.
And finally, got one more figure there.
That can't be me. Give me a hard copy of that.
So yeah, there's a bit of evidence that either we were involved in the Moonbus massacre ourselves before being changed into reprogrammed to think that we were a cop somehow by someone, which begs the question of how we could have been involved if we've been a cop here for the past month and a half, or year and a half rather. Year and a half is what they said in the intro. So it's pretty clear to me, based on this, that we are being set up to look like a replicant because the cops are notoriously paranoid about this sort of thing. But luckily, I have what it takes to keep us from having to put this into evidence. So let's look at our clues here. Just change the settings so we've got photographs. And I will make sure that we don't put...
That can't be me.
block that out, as well as the Moonbus picture itself. Okay, so I think that'll keep us from uploading this once we put this in the info.
Uploading personal clue database.
I don't think it'll make a difference in the
The
story.
mainframe confirmed what I'd already guessed. The car from Chinatown was the same vehicle that had smacked the hydrant at Runciter's. The car was registered to a woman named Dectora. She'd bought it from a used car lot in the 4th sector. I ran the name through records and came up empty. The used car lot checked out clean too, but maybe the owner could tell me something.
So that's all the information we've got fresh. So I think we'll go ahead and call it here. And next time, we will start over next to the arcade. I will see you then.